Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our morning Bitcoin update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. Probably be a quick video today because not too much to report. As you can see, we are still hovering around the underside at the moment of our overhead resistance. So obviously we've got to make a decision. We've got to break above this these recent highs and make a move towards that 48,000, potentially $50,000 level, or we are going to come back down and back test the $42,000 level or so. So yeah, that is currently all we've got to say, all we're looking at. We could probably draw a horizontal in here. You can literally, not that I want to convolute the chart too much. We'll kind of draw it in. This is kind of the line in the sand, so to speak. I think if we lose this, then yeah, we'll come back down towards the 42,000. I mean, it's possible we put in a higher low relative to this low, but I mean, we are in the confines of quite a small area price wise, so I think we would probably take this out and come down to test the actual proper support. But yeah, that is what we're looking at. Obviously that is the overhead level that we need to break above, and this is the lower level, which we are not far from at the moment. Ethereum, Bitcoin as well, as we can see, Ethereum Satoshi pairing still operating pretty much within this pennant. The main takeaway is that we are above this horizontal here, which is these recent highs. So ultimately you would expect this is going to start to move to the upside. You'd have to give it a high likelihood of starting to move to the upside at least. But yeah, if we do make our way through this support level, then yeah, we've got this 0.064 level as a target. The US dollar pairing looking quite similar to Bitcoin, flirting with it similar level here. Yes, flirting with it similar level. So we either take these highs out and continue upwards, or we do come and test some downside. Like I was saying yesterday and probably the day before, we haven't really accelerated far enough from this major level in Ethereum or Bitcoin to kind of establish a new range to trade in. We do need to trade higher. We do need to put in some higher highs here to create some wiggle room. So if we do start to come down, we would have a decent chance of breaking back through these macro horizontal levels in the dollar value for Ethereum and Bitcoin. So we've got to keep an eye on that. The Bitcoin dominance did just take out this low here, but just slightly above it now. But yeah, this is looking at downwardly constructive, looking like we could move down, take out this horizontal, and then yeah, we could have some nice price action here. DXY. Have a look at that DXY easing off a little bit from our level here of resistance. Pretty important level here. If we do make it above here, then we will go into some medium-term price discovery with obviously this level up here as a target. But yeah, anything obviously now higher than this. I mean, if we come into this support area, get supported and turn back up, I mean, it does look bullish. It does look like this can make some moves to the upside. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with that. Monitoring in real time. We are close. Obviously to getting above this horizontal, in which point we would pretty much expect some acceleration, certainly into the 94s. What else do we want to look at? We'll have a quick look at stocks obviously doing their thing. I mean, this yeah, it's still low vol, here, so we're waiting for a breakout in volatility here. Could it come to the downside or the upside? I mean, the more I look at this, the more I think we are just going to get a test back down into the support, because we're not getting any real acceleration to the upside. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is looking extremely wedgy. And then yeah, if this does get a move down and we do get like a sort of a risk off day, potentially expect that to drag Bitcoin down with it also. What else? 10-year still basically kind of doing its thing, operating above this trend line and looking to try and make some moves to the upside, but stalling out a little bit here. So yeah, not too much to see there. So yeah, quick look at the stochastics then. We do know a number of time frames were weighing in on price action here, which is probably why we are kind of struggling to break above that level. 4 hour, you can see turning down here. Let's wait for the 10-hour. Have a nice little wait for the 10-hour to load up. 10-hour looking to come back down here as well. 12-hour also up there, but yeah, potentially gonna give us increasing amounts of downward pressure. Daily has had one nice move back up, but yeah, it does look like it can start to come down a bit more here. 2-day turning over as well. 3-day getting a little bit toppy. So yeah, I mean, this is basically all these time frames not looking constructive, but obviously then the higher time frames are doing so. 5-day, weekly, bi-weekly looking to turn back up, and monthly looking to turn back up. So I mean, that read, it does kind of show that we are potentially in a nice emerging bull trend here. Ultimately the medium longer term, well, sorry, even maybe even just a longer term, depending on exactly how you categorize the time frames. But yeah, longer term still looking very bullish, looking good, got plenty of room to run. But in the medium term, in the short to medium term, I mean, are we going to come back and test 42? Do we even break back below here and then operate in the upper half potentially of this lower range for a bit longer? Because whilst we don't get acceleration away from here to form a wider range, obviously if we do see some downward price action, it's going to struggle to stop at 42k if it is a medium term downswing. Obviously that is the most aggressive spot for us to put in a higher low here at the moment, obviously holding this major level and high low relative to these levels. But yeah, I mean, I would worry if we do start to come down that we will find ourselves back in this range. I mean, that isn't the worst thing at all. A little bit of a foray above, operate in the upper half of this wider range, and then start to move up again. We don't particularly want to be coming down. We do have CME gaps around 33,000. I mean, if we do get back down to here and we do start to test the midpoint of around the 36,000, you may fancy a bit of a wick down, a bit of a trying to close that gap in the CMEs. Yeah, all to play for here. This is why the title of the videos are neutral. They will be bullish once we take out this 58,500 level here. But yeah, for the time being, things remain neutral. There are risks to the upside and the downside. Longer term, as long as we are, as I keep saying, holding 30,000, then ultimately I think Bitcoin will pull through and make new all-time highs. And yeah, it's just a case of how long we draw it out for, or what happens, and then also what does happen in traditional markets. We could hit some road bumps later on in the year, that could have obviously effect to the crypto market also. So there you go, relatively quick video today. Thank you for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you fine people soon.